getting into some deep work right now. Kind of a rainy day out there, so we're having a little bit of a late start at the office. Nothing too crazy, to be honest, but it's to be expected. It doesn't rain here too often, but just gonna keep going. Been working for about an hour, then I'll probably go for my morning run and then kind of just get the day keep going. It's Friday, so we're still getting ready for Saturday, Sunday. Got pretty much everything that we need. Might pick up one more rental and then we'll be good to go.
Oh. What's going on, guys? We got ourselves a full day today. Started off the morning with my usual stuff with some phone calls, nothing too super crazy, and gonna be heading over to the post office now to drop off my envelopes. So a couple of daily tasks I gotta get done, and then just gonna be doing a few things. We had a couple of claims over the weekend that I just got a message from my operations manager, so I need to make those fun phone calls, which are always exciting. If anyone's out there and maybe has a service-based business or is thinking about it, it's definitely like never gets easier. It's always like kind of annoying to have to deal with and listen to people and customers, but that's what we are in the service of doing. It's just our industry. So yeah, I got guys who make mistakes, especially with me, with having a moving company. These guys. A little bit about my goals with this channel, with my business, and kind of just like my life in general and where I'm at the moment. First, just gonna go and talk about the channel. Obviously, you know, I want to record daily vlogs and kind of show, you know, my journey as we scale our business to 10 million in revenue. I think it'd be pretty cool to have something to look back on. The other night I was trying to find pictures or anything from like the first year of when I started this business, and honestly I was so like embarrassed and ashamed of my business that I didn't keep any pictures, I didn't keep any videos, and I hardly told people what I was doing. Kind of like how it goes with this, like obviously it's like kind of uncomfortable at sometimes, but overall like I'm doing this for myself. I really don't care about, you know, impressing anyone or what anyone really thinks, to be honest. I want something that I can reflect on and look back on in my life, like, oh cool, like I'm glad like I did this, because it kind of sucked. Like I had literally this pickup truck and an open bed trailer, and that was my setup for like the first 8 or 9 months until I got a pickup truck and all that. But I literally have like nothing. So it'll be exciting to shoot all this and keep this in for myself. So that's the plan with the channel. The business, we're currently on pace to do, we'll probably close out the year, the quarters. I mean, I've always kind of tracked my years ending in August because that's when I like really started doing the bookkeeping. And I know that, you know, there's like Q1, Q2, and we're like kind of finishing up Q4 right now here in November. So I think, you know, if I was to start in January 1 and then roll it all the way to January 2, technically I think we'd be right at like 2.6 million in revenue. Obviously running at like anywhere between like a 20 to 30% margin on that with a growth mindset margin. I'm not really trying to focus on profit. Profit is always super important to focus on. However, you know, right now for me, I want to keep buying trucks, keep getting better equipment, keep testing and marketing, seeing what's work. So 5 years out, I think that 10 million is a very like attainable goal if we're doing like around 2.5 to 3 million right now in year 2-3. I actually looked up when I started, and it was January of 2019 is when I did my first like job. It wasn't even actually a move. I think I put rocks or something, or like debris in the back of my pickup. All right, this guy. Okay, nice. Sorry about that. So January 2019 is when I really technically started, but I was still in school for another 1.5 years, and then so I was finishing up then. But I'm glad I did it then because I was able to build some reputation, some clientele. In the moving industry, it's not a lot of like repeat referrals, so. Oh wait, a lot of referral, not a lot of repeats. Last month with like 40,000 in referral revenue, so that was pretty cool. But pretty gloomy day out here today, as you can see. I am in Dallas Fort Worth, and it really doesn't get too rainy, but for some reason this month has been a little of that. So I'm excited for what's to come. Gonna see, usually November's still pretty good, December's busy. Really our only like taper off month is February because it gets really bad ice storms here. So I always kind of build that mindset. It's like, okay, do I have enough to make our payments, rent, all that? Obviously, yes, like I built a really good nest egg cushion. Hey Felicia, this is Ryan with Brother Bear Moving. I was just calling to see if you still needed a quote for your move. If you have a minute, give me a call back. I'd love to discuss. Thank you, have a great day. So, a lot of voicemails, generally, most of the time. So it's always fun. You just gotta keep yourself fresh with them, change it up a little bit, keep it exciting. You know, voicemails are just kind of a part of sales. Like right now, I'm doing them. I can hear a loud car in front of me, doing them on the road. It's not really ideal, but I've just got to get it in when I can. And at the post office, they love me here. Not really, because I always like come in and I try to cut the line because I'm like, all right, let me in, kind of thing. Oh, dude, what are you doing? It's frustrating. A bunch of old people always here too, and I always just don't know. Maybe I'm just in a bad mood today. I don't know. So, but they also see a kid running around with a camera. Probably not gonna like him very much. All right, I'm gonna try calling Cam one more time. God, this. All right, it's a little bit better. Hello.
Hey, were you able to get that dude's car tow?
Well, I was gonna tell them we have to drive it back to the office anyways because we can't load the truck with a car tower on it.
Well, he's fine with us getting it later. He just needs to know so he can let his buddy know that his buddy needs to drop it off.
Yeah, his buddy can just drop it off at the McKenzie address, or we can drive it back to the McKenzie address. Did that Houston lady call you?
Yeah.
I have not had a chance to even like call. I've just been getting kind of blown up all morning. She called me when I was on a call.
Yeah, she was she's still pretty upset.
I mean, she has the right to be upset.
Yeah, and it's just getting worse.
Yeah.
So, just give her a call whenever you can.
Okay. Well, I'm headed to the DMV right now. I have a box truck that I bought 2 years ago, and I may or may not have made a mistake on this one. It wasn't stolen or anything, but it definitely was like a Craigslist like cash truck, because back then, I mean, I still only really try to buy my trucks with cash, but it was a truck that had no plates, and literally it had no plates, and it was from Arizona, so I have to do like a title transfer change, and then as well I have to get plates for it. So it's been a whole process, this whole ordeal. It's been a little nuts. I had to go to a appointment at the police department. They had to review it, check the whole truck out, make sure it wasn't stolen, and then I have to get an inspection on it, which I already did that. And then now this is the last piece where I have to take it into the DMV's office and get all the paperwork. So fingers crossed I only have to make one trip. I've done this one time before and I had to make like 3 trips, but I'm pretty sure I remembered all the things I forgot. The only thing is now I have everything on my phone, like my insurance, the PDF and all that. So I'm hoping it's a quick trip. And I really was trying to put this off today, but I'm out. It's only 20 minutes away to the DMV's office, so I'm just gonna get it done today. So I just got done, or I was kind of watching a YouTuber's video that he posted. His name's Eric. I don't know if you guys know who he is or not. I personally don't really watch a lot of his content. I don't think it's bad or anything. It's just kind of like a different type of content style that I'm used to watching. I grew up kind of watching like Casey Neistat and stuff, so I like more of that kind of content, not like the big crazy like fast-paced style. But I was watching his video that he posted about how he got 10,000 subs or 10 million subs, and kind of it was like pretty emotional. Like not even like about the YouTube thing, but you know, his like quick story that he went over of just like completely being down, just like, you know, not the basic story, but the story you do hear often is just like life is in the hole, and then just like turning that around and just pushing forward. And I think the coolest part was they were at 800,000 subscribers and they needed to get 1 million for their goal in a year. And he was talking about how they were able to do that in like the last 12 days of the year, and it was so cool to be like, wow, like sometimes when you put yourself in like the most like outrageous like goals and situations, like it's wild like what the world can do and like what like you can do as a person. I just think that's like the coolest thing ever, is when, you know, people actually hit that goal. Getting a call. Thank you for calling Brother Bear Moving. This is Ryan. How may I help you?
Hi Ryan, I was messaging someone on Thumbtack, and I was just wondering, for November 18th, do you have an early morning available?
I have one more 8 to 9 a.m. window of arrival.
Okay, I think that would be good. So, that would be like starting at my location.
So, pretty uneventful rest of the day. Went to the DMV, and then I'm about to go into F45. I'll show you guys a little bit of it, but it's mostly just a bunch of older ladies, but it definitely kicks your ass. So highly recommend. It's not just older ladies, but this class probably will be. So I don't want to freak them out with a big camera. But do that and then head home. The DMV was super unsuccessful. I had to go back and forth to like 2 of them. And yeah, I have to go back tomorrow now too, because I didn't get everything done, and it's 5 for 4:30. So all right, pretty chill night. I grabbed some dinner and I'm headed home. I have to drop off. Ooh, don't want to get in an accident. That was not my fault, that was the other lady's fault.
Turn left, then turn right into the parking lot.
Aye. It is dark as heck.
Turn right into the parking lot.
So I had to drop off some supplies for old Cammy boy. He is visiting one of his friends who are in the hospital, and ended up being right by. So I have to give him all this real quick. Ooh. So I'm gonna load it up in his car for him, and then that is pretty much a night. So appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Gonna call it here. Peace.